Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Data Dispatch. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Let's get into the market. Things are going to start getting exciting for PLTR because we're going to see a lot of trading and volatility with earnings coming now in just 1 week. This is going to be happening May 6th, post-market in terms of the actual earnings report. We're going to be talking about what to look forward to going into this week. Things that can be happening and big bullish signs that we are seeing for Palantir. Now, if you are a new or a returning viewer, hit that like button, subscribe for daily videos, and thank you guys so much for supporting a smaller content creator. I can't thank you guys enough. I love making these videos. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor, collecting all the data and dispatching it to you. Let's get into it. Now, what we see here, PLTR had this great reversal at the neckline of this head and shoulders pattern. And you see here right at this $20, when we had that reversal triggered, PLTR did a great job closing on Friday right at this $22 area. Now you can see right here, if we bring up this trend line, this area is a level of support that PLTR can keep building upon. And if we continue to see support that is being established at this level, especially with earnings coming up here, depending how trading is going to go according to what we're going to start seeing in the media, we could see PLTR that does get back into this consolidation zone, possibly testing and hitting these new 52-week year-to-date highs if earnings is a great report. Now, what we do need to talk about is going into earnings. What is Palantir really valued right now? Now, important article here by Morningstar. I always like their articles. They do a great job breaking everything down. They give a fair value estimate of $16. Now, this is fair value. We do know that Palantir over the many previous years has always traded at a high premium, and we've talked about this. We've talked about the justifications, the criticisms, and everything that is involved with that. But what to watch for in Palantir after Q1 earnings? I think one of the big things I agree with here are going to be the billings, and the billings is just how is Palantir leading into these customer conversions, especially from their AIP boot camps. We've seen them saying that they have 5 per day. We've seen this article come out talking about that. Will the actual conversions, are we going to see billings increase? And this will lead to customer additions right here, particularly in the commercial segment. And what we have seen, especially in 2023, with the release of AIP, this has been a really big catalyst for PLTR. And especially recently with the Oracle partnership, we've seen in last quarter earnings, the commercial side of things has really been a great accelerator for the company. So customer additions and looking at that commercial thing is going to be a highlight of Q1 earnings, and also, of course, keeping in track of government sales. We know before the whole kind of commercial, influx that we're seeing right now, government sales was a big credibility booster and a great kind of business and revenue establisher, I would say, for Palantir. And what we have seen is a continuation of this, which is really important. And we saw this, of course, with the Titan contract. We've seen this with different partnerships, with different types of sectors from the actual U.S. military. So great to see here and where Palantir is holding. It'll be interesting to see what happens as we see earnings that is released. One thing that I do want to talk about, though, is their financial strength. And I think this could be one of the best parts about PLTR is the fact that they have around $3.7 billion in cash and liquid investments and no debt. Why this is incredibly important is because if we do see any types of fluctuations with inflation, we have CPI data, things that are not looking the healthiest right now in the economy because the probability of these interest rate cuts are continuing to dwindle. Remember, last November, we priced in about 67 interest rate cuts. We've had none so far in 2024. And right now, Wall Street is expecting probably about 1 to 2 interest rate cuts. What we could see at any time is a pullback in the general market. If we continue to see the probability and we don't see any interest rate cuts, we could see the market that begins to pull back. Palantir, with the financial strength that it does have on its balance sheet, is really bullish because not just when times are nice and fruitful and kind of exploding, when times do get tough, Palantir has a lot of money and resources to stay afloat. And this is why I think this is one of the best things for PLTR is looking at the financial strength that they have. And also, it's a great catalyst and a great reason on why they can stay a #1 competitor in the market because they have a lot of resources and capital to invest into these emerging technologies and staying involved with being a big AI data analytics software company. Let's talk about what we could be seeing and how Palantir is competing against some of the big blue chip stocks. What we have seen is Palantir is being kind of overshadowed by a multitude of headline grabbing investments. Also, we see with this AI boom. What you see in the news is usually Microsoft, Amazon, Google taking kind of the top headlines of AI stocks, and especially Nvidia, which has really been the ground runner for these stocks. Palantir, I think, is going to start to start becoming more of a headline maker. And I think a big thing that will help accelerate this is as soon as PLTR gets included with the S&P 500, we just have to wait for this to happen. I think it's only going to be a matter of time personally, because now they have 5 quarters of GAAP profitability, could be going to 6 once we do have earnings that come out. But we're going to see a continuation of Palantir getting incorporated into the headlines. And this just means the common folk, the average people that really don't know what PLTR is or these individual AI stocks, is going to start to get put on their radar. As a trendy stock that it already is, this will only help accelerate momentum, buying pressure, and just attraction into understanding what Palantir does and what they are and how they bring utility. And I think this is a good agreement here that I agree that it could be, in my personal opinion, a very fruitful investment for the long term as Palantir is continuing to gain traction across the board. Now, big cool things that we are seeing. Amit, he's another Palantir content creator. He posted this right here. Always want to give credibility, of course, to the people that are posting things on Twitter. They published, Palantir, their first edition of the Republic. Now, this is going to be a journal that is actually created here by the Palantir Foundation, featuring commentary, essays on technology, security policy, and international affairs. Basically, the reasoning behind the launching of this journal is that far many two people that should not have a platform do, and vice versa. People that don't have a platform that should. This is to help kind of bridge the gap right there to address the imbalance. So it'll be interesting to see the things that come out with this Republic. It'll be very, I'm going to guess, informative, bring a lot of knowledge to its readers. So we'll keep that on the radar, but great to see there. Also, looking here, PLTR, they listed their clients. A new client that is on there is HP. Now, HP, as we know, is a very, very, very large company, HP Computers. It's great to see here that Palantir is now being involved. So like I said, as time is going to progress, we're going to see PLTR that starts getting more incorporated and starts becoming one of the top headliners and getting more competitive with some of the blue chip stocks that we are seeing right here. So great to see here. Like I said, earnings, that's going to be happening 5-6 post-market. Kind of a summary that we do have here. Things are going to get picked up in terms of volatility. And we're going to see that with the volume. And what we also see with the options right now. Options right here are looking at about 17,000 call volume right now at the $23 strike price. So we also see puts on the other end. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. We'll be keeping you guys updated for tomorrow. And what do you guys think is going to be happening with earnings? Do you think Palantir is going to continue to accelerate in its price momentum, achieve a higher valuation? Or do you think we're going to see some changes, possibly a pullback? We see the market that's looking healthy right now. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments. Make sure you guys stay tuned throughout this week because we have a lot to talk about. Peace out, take care, and I'll catch you guys later.